Hello Wrexham fans, how are you? I hope you're doing well, and look, 5 new, explosive signings and more. Stay until the end and I'll tell you everything and more. But first, subscribe to the channel and like it to receive all the latest news from the Red Dragons. Before I tell you the big news, here's the latest and greatest news from Wrexham AFC. My friends, hold on to this. After Dean Keats' dismissal back in 2021, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney decided to take a big gamble and brought in Phil Parkinson to manage Wrexham. And get this, in his first season, he already put the team in contention, leading the club to second place, but ended up falling in the playoffs. Since then, Wrexham hasn't stopped. They achieved 2 consecutive promotions and now, yes, they will compete in the championship in 2025-26. But then comes the big controversy. Is Phil Parkinson really the right man to lead the team in this new challenge? This week, the topic came to light after a ranking by experts Ryan Dilks and Justin Peach from the Second Tier podcast. They evaluated all 24 managers who will compete in the championship, and guess what? They placed Phil Parkinson last on the list. According to them, despite his excellent work at Wrexham so far, his record in the English Second Division is not at all encouraging. Peach was blunt. He said that, in the championship, Parkinson has performed poorly. He has played 141 games, with 78 losses and only 26 wins. Quite a questionable performance, right? And what's more, the experts pointed out that, back then, he didn't have the resources he has today with Wrexham. Could he do better with this strong squad? Or could clubs like Bolton and Hull, where he has coached, have had even better teams than the current Wrexham? Dilks went further, saying that, with Wrexham's ambition, he doubts Parkinson will remain as manager until the end of the season. According to him, the next step in the Reynolds and Mack era would be to hire a big name, a renowned coach who can take the club to a new level. And speaking of Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mack, remember the last time they considered firing Parkinson? It was shown in episode 11 of the first season of Welcome to Wrexham. At the beginning of the 2021-22 season, results were poor, and the fans were already starting to demand it, and the topic came up among the owners. Ryan even said, "If we hire someone and fire them 7 months later, that looks really bad. You can't work with people like that." And Rob was honest too. "I understand giving it time, but he wants a lot of money to strengthen the squad in January. If we keep it, it's like doubling down, for this season and the next, because the players will be arriving on long contracts." And look at this news that excites any Wrexham fan. After months out with a serious cruciate ligament injury, Andy Cannon was finally seen back in training. Remember, he was injured back on February 23rd, in that game against Mansfield Town, which Wrexham won 2-1. And here's a fun fact. While he was preparing for a long layoff, Humphrey Kerr gave him a PlayStation 5 to help with his recovery. What a boost, huh? But now the wait is over. Cannon traveled with the squad to Australia and was seen training hard on July 17th. The club posted the images with the caption, 144 days later. Keep rocking, AC. James McLean was also excited, reposting the video, saying, "The great AC is back, forget Oasis, this is the biggest comeback of the year." Fans are hyped. And of course, we also bring important updates on other players that are a concern for the coaching staff. Sam Smith hasn't played this preseason yet, and Ryan Hardy ended up getting injured in his debut. Phil Parkinson commented on the squad's fitness. "We have some injury concerns, but nothing serious. Jay Rodriguez, for example, had a foot problem and still has some pain. We'll reassess that as soon as possible." He also spoke about the returns. "I hope Hardy and Mo Fail are ready for the weekend. They need minutes on the pitch. Sam Smith is still a bit behind, but we'll see how he does tomorrow." And if you thought Wrexham had already done enough crazy things with the signing of Liberato Kakes, get ready, because a bombshell is coming. The club could break its own transfer record again, and that's no exaggeration. Now that Wrexham is firmly in the championship, heavy investment should become increasingly common. And that means one thing: more big names are on the way. According to the latest reports, Wrexham is eyeing Lewis O'Brien, an experienced midfielder also being pursued by Birmingham City. And you know what's even more impressive? He's valued at more than double the amount paid for Kakes. Nottingham Forest, O'Brien's current club, is reportedly willing to release him for around £5 million. That's right. A fee that could mark another historic signing for Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney's team. And now, to top it all off, hold on tight, because Wrexham could be about to make history once again. Back in April, rumors were already circulating. The club would invest heavily in the summer transfer window. And look, it seems like it's actually happening. It took a while, but now everything indicates that Wrexham is very close to closing another record signing. Direct from Italy, reports claim that Empoli defender Liberato Caccese is expected to land in Wrexham in a deal worth £2.2 million, with a potential increase of £2.6 million. This figure already surpasses the amount paid for Sam Smith in January, and shows that the board is determined to strengthen the squad with everything they have. Caccese, who plays for the New Zealand national team, is arriving to be a key player in the defense. And it doesn't stop there. Phil Parkinson is also keeping an eye on free agents, experienced players without contracts, perfect for adding even more to the squad. But the market is hot, you know? Aaron Cresswell, for example, has already signed with Stoke City. And Danny Ings? He's almost signed with Middlesbrough. With pre-season already underway, many of these unemployed players are racing against time to secure a new destination before the championship starts in August. And look at the names still in Wrexham's sights. Craig Dawson, released by Wolverhampton, is a free agent. He even held talks with Wrexham, but the rumors have cooled in recent weeks. Birmingham is also in the running, but he's still unemployed. And with Ewan O'Connell and Dan Scarr in defense, will Parkinson bet on Dawson's experience? Another strong name is Barry Bannan, a true Sheffield Wednesday legend. With nearly 450 appearances for the club, Bannan is out of contract and may be waiting for a final decision there. But Wrexham is keeping an eye on him, especially after Tom Kearney decided to stay at Fulham. And there's more. Stuart Armstrong, a Scottish midfielder who played for Celtic, is also a free agent. He was recently released and, according to sources, is on Wrexham's radar. Could a midfield reinforcement be coming? And pay special attention to this last one, Tom Lawrence. This name is homegrown, literally. He's a Wrexham native and was released by Rangers. The club was already interested in him even before promotion was secured. Now, with promotion confirmed, the chance of an exciting return has increased. Other clubs are keeping an eye on him, but Lawrence is reportedly inclined to accept a return home. A name that could further fuel this historic season. So stay tuned, because with the championship just around the corner, any of these names could be announced at any moment. The market is on fire, and Wrexham is preparing to surprise once again.